All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome back. You've reached Blair Armstrong of Team Armstrong. Used last a couple times. I've been located in beautiful Indian Wells, California. We have moved offices. We're in transition. As obviously see, I don't have my step and repeat. This is Team Armstrong Coldwell Banker back. We are back in the offices of Ironwood Country Club, located in Palm Desert, California. And then on my right, possibly your left, however this turns out to be. I don't know if I have it mirroring or not. But anyway, a good friend of mine for many years, and mortgage officer Sean LaRue of Sean LaRue Home Loans. Today, he is located in Arizona. So how are you doing, my dude?
I'm doing good. Having a happy hump day. Happy Wednesday, man.
Happy hump day. How's the weather out there? I'm sure that you and I both in the desert, experiencing some nice toasty weather.
Yeah, it's about it's a cool 97 degrees right now. A little
Okay.
humid. I think we caught the last half of the storm you guys had on Sunday. Um, didn't seem to hit us that bad, but lots of lightning and overcast and stuff. But um, there's a lot of monsoons here in August, so it'll just start raining a lot. Um, And you guys don't have that over there, but during the monsoons, we get all these little frogs jumping up everywhere. So,
That's great.
uh,
Yeah, we
a
were
little
in
off
Newport,
topic,
brother.
but
We were in Newport, and Chrissy got a phone call of her employees like, "Do we have any towels?" I'm like, "Why do you need towels?" And she's telling us like, "Yeah, it's pouring and it's starting to come in the certain spots of her store." And I'm like, "What?" Because we just left Newport. It was super sunny, 82 degrees, and just not thinking like it's ever. We're like dreading to going back to the desert in 120-degree heat. And all of a sudden, we come around this corner going into like Morongo Casino Morongo, and you get to see this black cloud and like, oh man! So literally, I thought it was coming from Arizona, but obviously it came over kind of like a southwest type of thing, and
like the
obviously heading down to
Gulf.
you.
Yeah.
So lots of rain. Didn't have. It actually saved me a bunch of money because it washed my solar panels. So saved myself
Nice.
150 bucks.
And you slept at a
Anyway,
Holiday Inn Express? You're
yeah,
feeling good?
I did. I did. So anyways, for those of you who are just turning in, maybe the first time, Sean and I get on here on a weekly basis, usually talking about well, not a little bit, but we're usually talking some sort of mortgage product. It's such a fluid market. There's so many different avenues that you as a buyer or maybe even a seller, if you're going to, or, homeowner period, if you're going to refinance, but just so many different nuances in the mortgage world right now. Um, it's constantly changing, as I said, it's constantly fluid. So we kind of get out here and give it to you from horse's mouth to be made because we read articles and sometimes those articles are super hard to get through, or we see something on the news and it's like a 2 second blip and you're not really sure. So this is where you're going to get that information. So if you're watching this or you go back to past episodes and you have more questions on this, feel free to do a couple of different things. Obviously, respond in comments on our YouTube channel. Ask us a question. We can respond back in there. We actually prefer that because it helps a lot of people out. Second of all is just go ahead and look up Team Armstrong, uh, and through Instagram or through Facebook or through the web, whatever. And then also you can reach out to Sean LaRue of Sean LaRue Loans. I think that's SeanLaRueHomeLoans.com.
SeanLaRueHomeLoans.com.
Yeah. So one of those two options, it gives you plenty of information. So if you're hearing information today or in the past episodes and you just need a little bit more, feel free to reach out to us. All of our contact information is there. Both of all of us have Sean LaRue Home Loans on your YouTube channel too, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and then all of our contact information is there as well. So really easy to get a hold of. The last couple of weeks, we've talked about FHA loans. Last week, we just talked about bank statement loans. We've talked about VA loans. Today, I wanted to reach out to Sean and talk to him. There's something that I heard about and I wasn't quite sure what it really meant. but something about it like a community loan. Is that correct? I'm mostly butchering the word, but
Yeah. So it's a community lending product, and
okay.
what it is one specific bank actually offers this product for underfunded areas. Okay, so depending on the address of the property, if you're buying the property as a primary residence, you don't have to be a first-time buyer, but you do have to intend to live in it, and there's no income restrictions. So you can actually save anywhere from a quarter to three quarters in rate just for a normal conventional loan.
Okay.
So I mean, this is not just for consumers. It's also huge for listing agents. If you're taking a listing and you want to get some information to see if your property qualifies for that, then we could partner up on it and offer those buyers a potential discount on their loan if they're looking to get a conventional loan. So
Okay.
it's just one more feather in our hat, one more tool in the tool belt.
Is this good? Maybe I missed this. Is this good on any house?
This is good on any house where the address qualifies.
Okay.
So I've seen areas in Palm Desert, Indio. I just did one in Indio. Um, and high desert. I've seen pockets of Cathedral City. Um, I did a couple in Phoenix. Um, and so it's not like USDA where it has to be in like a rural area.
Hmm.
Properties are actually qualifying all over the place. And so we just have to double check the map and see if we can get the pricing because a lot of lenders don't know about this because you have to put in the address when you're pricing the loan in order to see if it qualifies. So it's been kind of flying under the radar. Um, and not a lot of people know about it or even think that their client will qualify for it. Um, and you kind of made me think about something like everybody wants to check with their bank to see,
Hmm.
oh, I've been a client of Wells Fargo for 25 years and I walk on water and they can see everything I'm doing and it's not going to require me to provide a lot of paperwork. It's the same process whether you have a relationship with them or not. But what's cool about where I work is that we're mortgage banks. So I have all of Wells Fargo's products. I have, um, the PennyMacs, the AmeriHomes, the Mr. Coopers, the New Res. And what most people don't understand is that people's lives are very complicated. And
Hmm.
it's easy to do a loan when you qualify really cookie cutter and it's
Hmm.
clean, but that's not the majority of the market. And so I just had a call this morning where there's a non-warrantable condo in La Quinta and they're supposed to close last Monday. They can't close because the condo isn't approved. It's on a do not lend list. So Fannie and Freddie have said, no, we are not lending there. And my job is to make sure that the process is as seamless as possible because we're balancing credit, income, assets, the property, HOA, insurances, and a whole bunch of stuff that you guys don't even know is happening.
Hmm.
And you can go to Wells Fargo, or you can go to Mr. Cooper, or you can go to PennyMac. Um, but like I work with all of them directly, balancing all of these factors and pricing the loan to who is going to give you the best deal. So
Hmm.
that's what I love about my job is that like not only am I a bank, but I also broker. So when we have these one-off deals like the bank statement programs or DSCR, where we're looking at rental income or that bridge program that we were talking about, that's all like broker stuff.
Hmm.
And so I'm rambling and rambling, but
No, it's perfect. Yeah.
that's why you want to work with a seasoned professional that's on a platform like a mortgage banker because like I've got all this stuff in my head and that's why we're doing these videos is because, we get the word out
Hmm.
and I repeat myself every day, but hopefully we get
Hopefully
more
somebody
plays.
else
So
listens to you, right?
Yeah, we're recording it. So
But
that's
I
the whole
think that's
idea.
a really big thing, and I know that people already heard this, but I really want to go back and clarify what you just said, which is I find is super important. Is you could go to your bank, yes, I'm sure that some of you guys have a great relationships with them, and it totally makes sense, and we get that. But however, is it's this is a part that you can call one person and let them do look at 20 other banks or 20 other lending establishments to see if you're getting the best rate possible. It may be a quarter, it may be a less than that, but trying to find a loan that fits you instead of you trying to fit that loan. And I think that's one of the things that we've really tried to hammer home over the last couple of weeks. Why to look, at least give Sean the opportunity to go ahead and say, hey, this is what I'm thinking. This is where I want to be. This is my approval process. Fill out a form and have him find that something is going to be the best opportunity for you. And then again, nothing against Wells Fargo, Chase, whatever you're going to go to. But it's one of those things that is like, yeah, we have this product. And we're going on blind faith when we do that to say, well, that's the best rate. And then I guess it could go back to like Trivago, right? Or one of those guys who's standing at
Yeah.
the hotel desk, like, what do you mean? I thought I got the best
I
rate.
got the last one.
I
No,
got
I
the
got it 3 nights ago and I got the last one. That's a
so
great
that's
commercial
just
right
kind of a
now.
great analogy of just kind of what we do there. And then again, Sean said it really good too, a little bit. Yeah, we like to repeat ourselves because sometimes it takes a couple times to hear it. But that's why we do this stuff, is so that you guys have the right information and get to decipher and make the decision that's best for you. Again, instead of what's making the best decision for the bank. And they're obviously going to have like, hey, this month we have this product, we really need to promote it, and so do everything you're possible to get them to sign up for this loan. I mean, that's just there's incentives for those guys to sell that part to where Sean can go ahead and look around and it's not really incentive based. It's what's going to be again what we keep repeating myself as well is that now we got something that fits you. So I really love that, and I think that's a kind of a cool thing. I've never really heard of it before. I'm typically like, okay, I'm either going to be an FHA or conventional, depending on what stage of life I am, or maybe even an all cash deal type of thing. But now having this new program, which I'm sure not a lot of you know about, um, now we can look up an address, and if I can get off, gosh darn, I think you said a quarter to three quarters of a point off on today's
It's
that.
worth a shot working with somebody who's creative and
Yeah,
got your back. And I liken this whole thing to like shopping around for insurance, hazard
yep.
insurance for your house because like I always like for my clients to start with the place where they already have their auto, but like it homeowners insurance really also kind of depends on like age of property, what kind of roof, who they're insuring it with. And
Mhm.
like you can go to your auto people where you have your current policies, but like you're bundling all of this stuff in a whole new light on a very specific property, and it all depends on the coverage. Like I refer my people, and sometimes they're more competitive on a
Mhm.
particular property more than others. Um, but if you're only going to, well, State Farm's not even doing it, but let's just say you have your auto insurance with State Farm and, you're just trusting their stuff. Maybe they don't have the best product for you on that particular date. Maybe you want to go to, an insurance broker who works with a bunch of different insurance providers in order to just take a fresh look
Mhm.
at the property, the roof, the age, the location, everything that's going on with it. Um, Plus getting a fresh look on your auto, like are you overinsured? Are you underinsured? And so I recommend shopping that out once a year
Mhm.
or once every other year anyway.
Yeah,
Um, but that's why we gotta and you're gonna have a different experience with everybody.
yeah,
Some people are gonna pick up, some people aren't. Sometimes it's gonna hit really good. Sometimes you just know, like, and trust them. So
yeah. Such a good thing. So recapping kind of what we said to it is so we're basically address specific, correct?
yeah,
And
it's a
if that
conventional
house
loan.
is what's that?
So it's a conventional loan.
Okay.
and it's very address specific. It has to fall into an area where the bank wants to do more loans. And so it's an incentive that the bank's offering to kind of discount their rates in order to do more loans in a specific area. And so this is going to be really great for people who are buying the house to live in it, putting 3 to 5% or more down, and typically have a FICO score over 680 so that we
Okay.
can qualify full doc, full tax returns on a conventional loan. And this actually goes up to a loan amount of $766,000.
That's a lot of house.
That's a lot of house. So $800,000 house, 5% down. We might have some good options for you.
That's really good. So, are you seeing? And I always ask this: are you seeing a specific age group look at this loan, or is it just kind of all over the board?
It's just kind of all over the board because it's not a second home or investor product. Like you have to live in it in the house. But what I like about it is that, there's no income limit. Like you can make any amount of income or you don't have to make less than a certain amount of income.
Okay.
Um, and so it's just kind of all over the board. I like just seeing if it's available because I can basically crush anybody's rate and
Right.
terms, on top of offering, the awesome service and creativity that I already do. But it makes it where people just can't even compete. And I've heard a couple of times they're like, oh, they're bait and switching you and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, the person that baits and switches is the one that's saying that, right? So,
Typically the case, right? In so many
yeah,
different ways. So,
yeah.
all right,
And you don't
man.
have to be a first time buyer, and that's a really cool thing. Is that if you're moving up and you already have another house where you have a low rate and you're just trying to move up, this is a great way because you don't have to be a first time buyer and you can put minimum down. So it's all over the place.
That's cool, man. So again, how do they get a hold of you?
I prefer phone calls or text. Reach out direct 760-835-5663. If you want to creep on my social, Sean LaRue Home Loans, I'm all over that.
Yeah.
Or if you just search my name, Sean LaRue, you'll see tons of videos and my websites.
Yeah. So again, going back to this too, is he also has a YouTube channel, which this will also be on. It's Sean LaRue Sean LaRue Home Loans, excuse me, on YouTube, and a plethora of different type of uh, videos that are on there as well. So, and again, since we don't have any advertisers or sponsors on here, we ask that one thing: if you find this information interesting, we ask that you use our services. That's how we go ahead and pay for this, and do all this cool stuff. So anyway, and again, if you're in the Coachella Valley and you're looking to purchase a home, we'd love to have that opportunity to represent you. Or if you're thinking about selling a home, we'd love to do the same thing as well. So
Or if
I
you're out of the
appreciate,
area and you trust Blair, hit him up because he could probably connect you with an agent in your local area
yeah,
through Coldwell Bankers Network or any of his, mighty network
yes,
resources. So
48 different countries, so we can find you something somewhere, somehow. That is for sure. All right, my dude, I'm going to let you get back to doing your
sweet, brother.
stuff. To all of you that have been following us and subscribing to our channel, we thank you so, so much. As we always say, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. And better yet, hit that notification bell on there as well. So when we put these videos out, you're actually notified right away. And you'll be able to share this great information that we give you every week. So have a great week. We will talk to you soon, Mr. LaRue, and to
Talk
everybody
to you
else.
soon.
Stay safe, and most of all, God bless. Take care, guys.